Welcome to TheWrap's video studio here at Sundance. We're filming at a Tao. I'm your host, Jeff Snyder, and we are here with comedy icon, director David Wain.
I'm your guest, David Wain, and we're here with host Jeff Snyder.
Yep, and
here
we're
at
gonna
TheWrap.
We're going to be talking about They Came Together, which does not screen until the end of the festival. I wish I was sticking around to see it, but those lucky enough to be staying should definitely not miss it. So David, I understand, from what I understand, the movie is it deconstructs the romantic comedy. Is that correct?
Another way to put it is a deliberately terrible romantic comedy.
Okay. So sort of tell me why did you put that genre in your crosshairs?
It's my favorite genre. And Michael Showalter and I have been friends for decades, and we always just loved the romantic comedies, both the great ones and also the bad ones. The misses and the forgotten romantic comedies are just as cherished by us. And this is our tribute and homage and rip down of the whole genre.
Why do you feel like that genre is so ripe for parody or send up or whatever?
Well, I think like so many genres that are popular and have lasted through the decades, it has this developed set of tropes and touchstones and cliches, and and it's really a love-hate thing. Like, I think the audiences want them and love them, and at the same time they are sometimes, when you really see the spine or the mechanics of how they're put together, it can be kind of funny.
Now, this film reunites your Wet Hot American Summer stars Paul Rudd and Amy Poehler, as well as, I'm sure, a host of others.
Yeah.
Can you sort of talk about bringing the cast together in your usual ensemble?
Well, it was really fun. It was shooting back in New York City, which I hadn't done since The 10 in 2006, and it was, to have Paul and Amy particularly at the center of it, it was a true treat. Paul's been in all my movies, but then Amy and Paul met at Wet Hot American Summer, and their real rapport and affection for each other, I think, shows through on screen. And in fact, the reason we got to make the movie at this time was we did a stage reading of the script just for fun, kind of, and Paul and Amy came up to me right afterwards and said, "Hey, we got to do this," and we shot it just a few months later. And so, yeah, just them together is the best.
So how did Lionsgate get involved? Was this an acquisition for them, or was this one of the sort of I know they have a series of micro-budget films that they were doing?
We were working under that department there.
I see. And when are they putting it out?
I think June, late June is what I've heard. Okay.
That's a nice time for a romantic comedy.
I think so. It's like, I love New York in June. You can't clear that, maybe. I don't know. I didn't sing the right tune, so it's fine.
Man.
So
can you talk just a little bit about the plot? Give us a little taste of, what's sort of the meet cute?
I mean, the plot, yeah, it's kind of beside the point, but the meet cute is that the quirky best friend, each of their respective quirky best friends invites them separately to their Halloween party. And Paul's character and Amy's character are both reluctant to go, but they both end up going, and they both end up wearing the identical Ben Franklin costume. And they really hate each other at first, but then over time, they grow to like each other. And then something goes wrong, and they break up. But then at the end, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to give away the ending, but they get back together, and then they get married.
I saw the poster that was released last week, and I loved the taglines.
Yes.
I think Lionsgate's going to have a lot of fun marketing this one.
Well, hopefully it gives you an idea of how not seriously one should take this whole enterprise.
How involved are you in the marketing and that kind of stuff?
I was pretty involved in this particular part of the marketing, in that I made the poster by myself.
Got it. Okay. And how does it feel, coming to Sundance, not having to worry about, acquisitions and all that stuff, all that pressure?
It's a cool way to do it, to come here knowing that we're not here to sell it. We're not hoping that, we're not wondering who might make an offer on the film. We know that we have our distributor because they are the ones who made the film. So yeah, it's a different mindset. In a way, I kind of miss the excitement of looking for the sale, but I'm also older now, and I'm happy to be a little more mellow about it. But it's fun coming to Sundance because this is my 6th time here, and it feels like I'm seeing old friends and family wherever I turn, and it's nice.